Hello and welcome to another booktube video from me, Lauren, from Lauren and the Books. And today I'm going to be talking about my November TBR. Now this is quite a short November TBR because there are there's three things that I'm going to be joining in with in November, two of which I'm going to be filming TBR videos for, so I won't go into them now, but I'll tell you what they are. So first of all, Aoife over at Fred Weasley Died Laughing is hosting excuse me, I need to have a cough. Is hosting a rereadathon. So this is something I've been really excited about ever since she said she was thinking of doing it. I love rereading and it's something I don't often get to do anymore. So this is a chance to reread books that you have enjoyed, books that you want to give a second chance, blah, 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 blah. And that is taking place from the 6th to the 13th of November, and I will link Aoife's announcement video down there, and I'll also be posting a TBR for that coming up shortly. And also, myself, Lauren from Lauren and the Books, is hosting a cosy reading night on Friday the 18th of November, wherein for 3 hours I'm going to be getting cosy. I'm going to have blankets, fairy lights, candles, snacks, and books, and I'm just going to be hosting a sort of it's going to be happening on Twitter, it's going to be happening on Instagram, where I'm posting like what I'm eating, snuggling up, and would love all of you guys to join me in that. So I'm going to be posting a TBR for that too. I will link my main announcement video for that down below as well. Also in November, Non-Fiction November is taking place. And I will link the hosts of that video down below. Now, Non-Fiction November, I do enjoy reading non-fiction. However, due to the other two things that I've got going on in November, and it's my birthday, I might not have mentioned it, it's my birthday month, I'm not going to have like loads of time to join in with other things, and I've got like books for book club to read and stuff. So, the four categories, I wanted to give a nod to Non-Fiction November, and the four categories are a new book, a controversial book, an important book, and a fascinating book. And I found that all four of these aspects were wrapped up in this book that I've been wanting to read for a very long time, which is Another Day in the Death of America by Gary Young. I find that it is new, it's new for me, it's controversial, it's important, and it's fascinating. And I will be reading that. So this is about, this is one day in America where 10 children were killed by gunfire, and it goes into each of their stories in a period of 24 hours, and it just sounds fucking awful, but also very important. So yeah, that's what I will be doing. I won't be taking part in reading lots of books in Non-Fiction November, but I will be reading this book that I think hits all four categories. So that's the first book I'll be reading. For my online book club, which we will be discussing at the end of November, we will be reading The Forgetting Time by Sharon Guskin. This is about a little boy who knows things that he shouldn't and remembers things that haven't happened to him, and asks his mum to speak to his mum, even though that's his mum, and it turns out that he's remembering a past life, I think. So this, I think, is going to be a really, really interesting book to read in book club, and I think it will be great for discussing, so I'm going to be reading that as well. And then I've got a book here which was sent to me by Granta called Paulina and Fran by Rachel B. Glazer. I think I've hauled this recently, but I will read this to you again. Paulina is sharp-tongued and fearsome. Fran is lovely and listless. Together they drift through their classes at art school, torment their fellow students and nurture their shared dreams of genius. But when their burgeoning friendship tips from intensity into enmity, our heroines find themselves divided from one another and set adrift in the increasingly disappointed word of adulthood. I remember I have read that before because I was unsure about how to pronounce enmity. Enmity. That's how you pronounce it. So yes, I will be also reading this in November. I can't believe it's November already. David, it's my birthday. It's going to be my birthday soon.
I know it is, not long.
Not long, guys. And then lastly, I am slowly making my way through Daphne du Maurier's. I'm sort of reading one a month, although it is October, the end of 25th of October, and I haven't read any yet, which is naughty. Haven't read any Daphne du Maurier this month yet. But this one I wanted to read this month because I had a dream about it. So this is The House on the Strand by Daphne du Maurier. And I had a dream about this book that my friend Alex, who we have quite similar reading tastes, he's probably a little bit more into like fantasy and sci-fi than I am, but we're quite often able to recommend each other books. I had a dream that I recommended this book to my friend Alex, and he went and got it off my bookshelf. So I was like, well, I should really read this. I've also told him about that recommendation, and he should definitely read it. But this is this is one of the few Daphne du Maurier books which is told from a male perspective, and I believe it is a bit sci-fi. It is about time travel. When Dick Young's friend Professor Magnus Lane offers him escape from his troubles in the form of a new drug, Dick finds himself transported to 14th century Cornwall. There, in the manner of Tywardreath, the domain of Sir Henry Champernowne. He witnesses intrigue, adultery and murder. The more time Dick spends consumed in the past, the more he withdraws from the modern world. With each dose of the drug, his body and mind become addicted to the other world, and he attempts to change history, bring terror to the present and put his own life in jeopardy. So yeah, I can't wait to read that. So those are the books that I will be reading in November, amongst others. Keep an eye out for my TBR for the rereadathon and for the cozy reading night. What are you guys planning on reading in November? Who's excited about Christmas? Got a good Christmas TBR, got a good December TBR. And I will see you all again soon for another booktube video. Goodbye!